Young and the restless spoilers full. Welcome back to the channel, Y&R fam. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolute madness unfolding in Genoa City. We are a community of passionate fans, and right now, the drama is practically begging for a massive deep dive. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into the wild chaos happening on our screens. I cannot believe they are actually doing this. I mean, seriously, are we really going down this dark, twisted road again? I am sitting here typing furiously late at night after watching the latest episode, completely losing my mind over what is happening with Jack, Patty, Diane, and this incredibly creepy doctor, Lawrence Markham. And I just need to get this out of my system because my brain is spinning in a million different directions. I know some people are loving this dark psychological thriller vibe, but personally, I am half screaming at my television and half applauding the sheer audacity of the writers. It is so chaotic. So let's start with Jack Abbott, because what on earth is he thinking? I mean, I get it. The man is desperate. His wife is missing. He's terrified. And Patty Williams is dangling the keys to Diane's survival right in front of his face. But watching Jack actually try to flirt with Patty, watching him try to convince her that they have a real chance together just to get information out of her, it is making my skin crawl. Remember when they tried this dynamic years ago? Yeah, it didn't work then either. And it always ends in absolute disaster. Patty is completely delusional, and Jack playing into her delusions by recreating the magic of their yacht days is like playing with a lit match in a fireworks factory. I mean, Patty literally shot Jack in the past. She has poisoned people. She poisoned Summer Newman, for crying out loud. And now Jack is going to bat his eyelashes at her and pretend he wants to rekindle their romance. It's nauseating. But at the same time, what choice does he have? He's terrified. And let's not forget, Diane caught Jack and Patty in bed on that yacht years ago, which is the exact trauma Patty is trying to exploit now. The psychological warfare here is just next level. And can we just give a massive round of applause to Tracy Abbott? Because while Jack is out here playing gigolo to a psychopath, Trotzy is doing the actual detective work. Tracy caught Patty paying off Dr. Markham in the park. Tracy is the one playing psychological mind games with Patty, reminding her that she could be thrown right back into the mental institution. I love savage Tracy. We don't get it often, but when Tracy takes off the sweet sister hat and puts on the Abbott warrior helmet, she is unstoppable. She is manipulating Patty better than Jack is. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, back to the point. The real star of this entire chaotic storyline right now is Diane Jenkins Abbott. Can we talk about this? Can we just take a moment to appreciate the sheer survival instinct of this woman? Diane is currently locked inside a barred room in Dr. Lawrence Markham's house, being gaslit into believing she had a total mental breakdown. And what does she do? Does she just sit there and cry? No. She is going into full-on manipulation mode, and I am honestly here for it. Because think about it. Diane is no amateur. I've been watching for years, and I know my Y&R history. This is the woman who literally faked her own death for a decade, let everyone, including her own son, think she was murdered by Nicky Newman, and managed to claw her way back into the Abbott mansion as the lady of the house. She is a master manipulator. Let's not forget all the stunts she pulled with Victor Newman back in the day, or how she survived hiding out in Los Angeles as Taylor Jensen. Diane knows how to adapt to her environment. She is a chameleon. So when she realizes that Dr. Markham is the only thing standing between her and some unknown, terrifying clinic, or worse, a shallow grave. She pivots. She starts flattering him. She starts praising his treatment methods in the June 17th episode. She is playing the game, and she is playing it brilliantly. And honestly, I would not be shocked, not even a little bit, if Diane takes it a step further and actually tries to seduce Dr. Markham. I mean, why wouldn't she? She needs him to trust her. She needs him to let his guard down. If she can make him believe that she is falling for him, or that she sees him as some kind of miracle working savior, he might just leave a door unlocked. He might slip up and reveal what is actually going on. Diane knows that her body and her charm are weapons, and in a life or death situation, you better believe she is going to use every single weapon in her arsenal. But here is where my brain completely short circuits. Are you ready for this? Because I am losing my mind over the theories floating around the fandom right now. What if Dr. Markham is actually Martin Laurent? Yes, let that sink in. I am screaming, just typing this. Am I the only one who noticed the clues? Diane wakes up in this strange room, and what does she see on the bookshelf? Books written by Dr. Ellen Laurent. Why on earth would a random, corrupt psychiatrist have Allen's books so prominently displayed unless there is a massive, twisted connection? We know Martin Laurent is a complete psychopath. We know he was arrested, but we also know that in Genoa City, an arrest means absolutely nothing. People break out of custody or get transferred all the time. So, what if Martin got transferred to the same mental health facility where Patty Williams was? What if Patty, who literally has a history of using plastic surgery to steal identities, hello, remember the whole Emily Peterson nightmare, helped Martin get a new face? What if Martin underwent reconstructive surgery or is wearing some high-tech, incredibly realistic mask to pose as Dr. Lawrence Markham? It makes so much sense. And think about the visual of it. The soap opera dramatic reveal. We all know Y&R loves a good mask reveal or a plastic surgery shocker. The precedent is there. Patty knows the underground doctors. Patty knows how to orchestrate a face swap. If she found Martin, who was probably rotting in some secure ward, and offered him a chance to be a doctor again, to have power again, he would take it in a heartbeat. I mean, think about Martin's ego. There is nothing Martin loves more than feeling like he is the smartest person in the room, especially smarter than his twin brother Alan. Having Alan's books on the shelf while he plays God with Diane's life is exactly the kind of sick, twisted power trip Martin would get off on. And let's not forget, Martin is a sick man looking for control and affection. Tracy completely shattered his heart, or whatever black rock he has in his chest when the truth came out. He wants to be loved, but he only knows how to demand it through force and manipulation. So if Diane starts playing the role of the adoring patient, the woman who finally understands his genius, Martin is going to eat it up. He is arrogant enough to believe that his charm and intellect have genuinely won her over. If Markham is actually Martin, then Diane's plan to seduce and flatter him is literally the most dangerous thing she could possibly do. But it also might be the only thing that works. Martin is desperate for validation. He wants to be seen as a genius. If Diane feeds that ego, she might just survive. But it also means she is locked in a house with a man who has already proven he is capable of extreme psychological torture. Remember what he did to Phyllis and Sharon? He locked them in that clinic and played mind games with them until they were traumatized for life. Wait, I am contradicting myself. Is Diane's plan brilliant, or is it going to get her killed? I don't even know anymore. I am so stressed out because if she seduces him and he is Martin, he might become obsessed with her. But if she doesn't, he might just ship her off to a padded cell where Jack will never find her. She is literally trapped in a lose-lose situation, and the anxiety is killing me. And the irony of it all is just incredible. Jack is out here flirting with Patty to save Diane, while Diane is locked in a house flirting with a psychopathic doctor to save herself. They are both using the exact same playbook, but neither of them knows what the other is doing. It's like some twisted, dark, romantic comedy, except with way more kidnapping and gaslighting. I kind of love it, but I also kind of hate it, because I just want Diane back home where she belongs. And honestly, someone needs to save Diane because Kyle is completely useless right now. Kyle is running around defending his mother's work ethic to Detective Burrow, completely oblivious to the fact that his mother is locked in a padded cell-style nightmare. Wake up, Kyle. Your mother didn't just skip town to avoid a fight. She is literally fighting for her life. I know a lot of fans are tired of the kidnapping storylines. Like, we just went through a whole hostage situation not that long ago. But there is something about Susan Walters' performance that just elevates this. The way she gripped that letter opener, the sheer panic mixed with calculation in her eyes, you can see the gears turning in Diane's head. She isn't playing the helpless victim. She is a cornered animal, and cornered animals are dangerous. I am dreading the moment, Doctor. Markham, or Martin, whatever we're calling him, realizes she is faking it, because you know he will. These villains always have a moment where the mask slips and they realize they are being played. And when that happens, Diane is going to need a miracle, which brings me to my ultimate prediction, and I am so here for it if it happens. If this is Martin Laurent, who are the two women who have the most trauma and unfinished business with him? Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman. Yes, I am calling it right now. Jack and Kyle are running around in circles, getting played by Patty and Tracy. But what if Phyllis and Sharon are the ones who figure it out? What if they have to team up, put aside their decades of hatred for Diane, and actually rescue her from the man who tortured them? The poetic justice of that would be off the charts. I would literally stand up and cheer. Imagine Phyllis Summers and Sharon Newman, two women who have spent decades tearing each other apart over Nick Newman, trauma bonded and kicking down the door to save Diane Jenkins, the woman they both historically despise. It would be the ultimate female empowerment moment. They know how Martin operates. They survived his house of horrors. They are the only ones equipped to see through his psychological traps. But for now, we just have to watch Diane play this incredibly dangerous game of cat and mouse. She is going to bat her eyelashes, praise his medical genius, and maybe even pull him into a kiss, all while plotting to stab him with a letter opener the second his back is turned. It is soapy, it is dramatic, it is completely unhinged, and I cannot look away. Gosh, I love this show, but it also drives me absolutely insane. What do you guys think? Am I totally off base with the Martin Laurent theory? Do you think Diane can actually outsmart this guy, or is she playing with fire? Let me know in the comments, because I need to talk to people who actually understand why I am losing sleep over this.